जग में गुरु समान नाई दाता। जग में गुरु समान नाई दाता। वस्तु अगोचर दे सतगुर ने, वस्तु अगोचर दे सतगुर ने बाली बताई बता। जग में गुरु समान नाई दाता। जग में गुरु समान नाई दाता। काम क्रोध कई दे कर राखे, काम क्रोध कई दे कर राखे। लोभ कोलिनो नाता। जग में गुरु समान नाई दाता। जग में गुरु समान नाई दाता। कल करे सो हाल कर ले, कल करे सो हाल कर ले। फिर न मिले ये सता। जग में गुरु समान नाई दाता। जग में गुरु समान नाई दाता। 84 में जाए परोगे, 84 में जाए परोगे। फिर भुक्त दिन और राता। जग में गुरु समान नाई दाता। जग में गुरु समान नाई दाता। शब्द पुकारे पुकारे कहते, शब्द पुकारे पुकारे कहते। कर ले संतान साता। जग में गुरु समान नाई दाता। जग में गुरु समान नाई दाता। सुमारे बंदगी कार साहिब की, सुमारे बंदगी कार साहिब की। कल निभाए माता। जग में गुरु समान नाई दाता। जग में काहे कबीर सुनो ए दारमन काहे कबीर सुनो ए दारमन मनो बचाने हमारा जग में गुरु समान दाता जग में गुरु समान नाई दाता पारे दा खोल मिलो सतगुरु से पारे दा खोल मिलो सतगुरु से आओ लोक दयारा जग में गुरु समान नाई दाता जग में गुरु समान नाई दाता जग में गुरु समान नाई दाता So the song we just sang, it's a beautiful song by Kabir Sahib. And he begins by saying, there is no donor equal to the Guru in this world. He tells us good things. So this is Kabir saying that the best donor in this world, it is the Guru. Now he was a Guru himself. So is he saying this just to praise himself up or to make himself special and important? No, because all the Gurus say the same thing. And I would say all the satsangis, the good satsangis, the real satsangis, they will say the same thing, that there is no donor equal to the Guru in this world. I would say it about my masters, that there was nobody as good as they were to me, because they really taught me good things. So what did they teach me? They taught me to give priority above everything else to self-realization and God realization. So this is the best advice you can give anybody. You realize yourself for what you are, and then realize the other self. This is the purpose for which we come in this world. So if somebody tells you, look, do this, try to do it, because this is the purpose of life. This is the best thing you can do in this world. So isn't it telling you good things? I think it is. So the best thing we can do once we are in this world is try to understand that this life is an illusion. Because what is not permanent is an illusion. Only what is permanent and eternal, it is real. So we are stuck in time, and time is moving all the time. Sanji used to say, every moment, the present becomes the past. So if every moment the present becomes the past, it's like non-existent. It is like being swallowed. The present is being constantly swallowed by the past and disappearing. What stays is the experience we get in time. Time goes and disappears. What we get out of it is the experience we gather in this life, and spending time in time, going through time. So that's why we come into this dimension of time and space to gather experiences. But everything which happens in time, it just disappears. What is here today, tomorrow won't be here anymore. We may say so many things are there for thousands and thousands of years. But this creation exists. I mean, this planet even exists for millions of years. And where are all these civilizations which have been existing in the past? They were also with big buildings and everything. They are nowhere to be seen. Eventually everything turns into dust. From the dust it comes, and to the dust it returns. That means from nowhere it comes, and to nowhere it returns. Because that's our origin. The nowhere. It's our origin. The nowhere, which is also everywhere. Paradox. But life, it's a paradox. Everything exists and doesn't exist at the same time. Everything is real and it's unreal at the same time. Whatever is there in time and space. The only thing which is always real, which always existed, exists now and never will exist, is the timeless, the truth. Guru Nanak used to say, the truth was in the primal age, the truth is now, And the truth always will be. And the truth is what is the infinite, the eternal, timeless. So the masters tell us, look, okay, go through this life, you gather your experiences, but remember, all of these, it's a transitory phenomenon. The only thing that counts is how much you understand of what you really are. How much you experience you gather of not being physical, but being a spiritual being. And this experience we gather only when we do a spiritual practice. How do we experience what it is spiritual, what it is non-physical? By transcending the physical. And how do you transcend the physical? By doing a spiritual practice. And by the grace of God, of course. Therefore, when we are with the Master, what does he talk about? And what do we do when we are with the Master? Sanjay used to say, when we are with the Master, we meditate on Nam. That's what we do. And we hear being talked always about the Nam, the divine power, the light of God, how to access to it, how to experience it. That's the topic here. There is no other topic. So these are the good things, these are the wise things that we have to think over in life, ponder over, and try to realize. It's the only valuable thing. It's the only thing that really makes life meaningful, gives a purpose, a direction. Otherwise, we are just lost. How are most of the people in this world? Just lost. They don't know anything. They don't know from where they come. They don't know where they have to go. They don't understand if there is a purpose for this life. Most of them think there is no purpose. And so many people come to put an end to their life because they didn't find any purpose. And nothing of this world will give us a purpose, a reason for living this life. Anything we like today, very soon we will dislike. Because they are not really worthwhile. All these attachments that we have, these cravings that we have, they don't have any value. Because they give only a transitory, a momentary satisfaction. But everything, every opposite turns into its opposite. So whatever seems to be so pleasant today, tomorrow, it will be disgusting. Therefore, the wise people try to raise above what is the ordinary life in this world and try to experience something that transcends body and mind. So the Master tells us good things, gives us good teachings, and then what Kabir says here, says lust, anger have been imprisoned, greed is also under control. So eventually the Master teaches us that we don't have to be slaves of all these passions. We have to be sober. Use things without being used by things. The wise person takes as much as needed from everything and leaves the rest, because anything too much becomes a bondage, and as I said, it turns into its opposite. So Sanji used to say, which are the diseases by all this humankind suffers? Lust, anger, greed, attachment, egoism, vanity, possessivity, arrogance, and so on and so forth. So all of these we have to reduce. To say winning all of them is almost impossible for any human being to be fully above all of these. But reducing them, because this is what makes us ugly. The more you have of these, the more ugly you are, or we are. Nobody likes a very lusty person. They are just slimy and disgusting. Nobody likes a greedy person, the one who doesn't want to give anything to anybody. They are misers, ugly people. Nobody likes an angry person. Because they're like dogs, barking all the time. Nobody likes an egoistic person. Somebody is all the time pushing himself forward, herself forward. I am the best. I do always right everything. Everybody does everything wrong. A person like this is a miserable person. So we have to reduce all of these in order to become nice people, pleasant people, people who are liked by the others, because they are not slaves of these weaknesses. So the more we conquer these, the more beautiful we become. The more we raise above these human limitations, the more super beings we become. And this is what the Masters are teaching us all the time, are telling us all the time. I've been listening to the satsang of Master Kirpal and Sanji for 25 years of my life. And they always talk about this, by giving example, metaphors. Because this is the topic. This is the problem with us human beings. If you are able to raise above all of these as much as possible, then we become beautiful beings. A being that you look at him, her, and you like his face, her face. Because, you know, all these passions, all these weaknesses, they just make our face, our eyes ugly. You can't hide it. It jumps out of yourself. You may use perfumes, makeup, beautiful dresses, but you'll be disgusting anyway. So what makes us really beautiful? It's not the makeup that makes us beautiful. It is this love, this compassion, this peace that's within us, that radiates through our face, through our eyes, that makes us beautiful. If you ask me who are the most beautiful people you have seen in your life, I would say Master Kirpal and Sanjit. They were the most beautiful people I've seen in my life. Why? Because they really rose above all of this. Because they were such good people, such compassionate people. So much caring for everybody. So much sacrificing their life for the good of others. So these are the qualities that make us beautiful beings. But above these, if we also raise above body consciousness and we dive into the light, then we become radiant human beings. And then through our person, other people may witness wonderful things. And that's why we become so, at least I can say about myself, why I became so fond of these masters. Because I saw this radiance into their person, into their face, into their eyes. Those glances of grace, that light which emanated from their person, that's what captured me. It was not the teachings, the doctrines, the philosophy, which could be appealing, but eventually they are words, well fabricated words. No, it is that radiance, that beauty, the light that shines through the masters that make us so much love them. And we are able to give our life to them, and our time, our energies, our money, our work for their work. And all these many years which I spent with Sanjit, these 20 years, cooperating in his work, they are such precious memory for me. They are really the treasure of my life. Now what I understand, that I've been so lucky spending my life this way, working in this direction. There is nothing in this world that I could have done anywhere near to this. Because you become like the people you spend time with. That's but normal. You go with thieves and robbers, and you become a thief and a robber. Go with violent people, you become violent. Go with lusty people, you become lusty. You go with the saints, with the holy people, you become a holy person. Nothing to wonder about. As simple as this. Then Kabir in this song says, What you want to do tomorrow, do it now. Later on, you may not have the opportunity, you may not have this company. So when we have the good luck of having such a inspiring, uplifting, encouraging company like that of a master, then that time is very precious and we should not misuse it, spoil it, frighten it away. We should take the opportunity, because that's the best time in which we can really accomplish something special. Don't think about the future, what may be later on, because you never know what's going to happen. We don't know how much we'll exist in this world, how long we will keep existing in this world. Nowadays we are in such a condition that in no time we can be all rusted up. So let's use the time we have in the best way we can to improve our life, to improve the quality of our being. And then if we die tomorrow or the next second, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because we have been using the time in the best way we could. So dying is not a problem. Misusing life is a problem. It doesn't matter how much we live, but the time we have, let's use it for the right purpose. So that time I spent with my masters, I tried to spend it the best way I could. I always did my practice, I always cooperated with their work, and that's how I made my life precious, the experience of my life precious. I don't regret anything, because I really done the best. So what you want to do tomorrow, do it now. Do not postpone. Master Kripalu always said, procrastination is the thief of time. We always keep saying, oh, tomorrow. And tomorrow will be tomorrow. And tomorrow again will be tomorrow. That tomorrow never comes. So, never tomorrow. Today. What you want to do tomorrow, do it today. What you want to do today, do it right now. That's the way. We don't postpone. You just act. This moment is the best moment, because we know we are alive in this moment. Next moment, we don't know if we will be alive. So let's use the time. It's a precious something. It's a precious something if you use it for the good purpose. If you don't use it for the good purpose, then it's a useless something. So don't think that behaving in a certain way or non-behaving in a certain way is the same. It's not the same. We will be known by our actions. So the way we act is very important, because that's how we will be known. That person lived this kind of life. That's how we will be remembered. That other person lived this kind of life, horrible life. And when you look at these leaders of the world, who could leave such a good imprint on the sands of time. And they don't care. They just leave the worst possible imprint. And people will remember them as the cruel, the merciless. How stupid they are. They don't understand even this much, that it is good to be remembered as a good person and not as a bad person, because anybody can look back in time. And if you look at all these terrible, violent, cruel people who invaded countries, killed thousands and thousands of people, destroyed everything. And that's what people study, you know. Napoleon, Alexander the Great idiot, and what? So many of them. People should study the holy people in this, the philosophers, the great wise people in school, and not these idiots who were the most terrible criminals in history. So that's the way. What you want to do tomorrow, do it today. And what you want to do today, do it now. Don't keep postponing. What's important, do not postpone. Sanji often used to say, people keep saying, oh, now I'm young, I have a family, I have this and that, I have a job and this and that, I can't do much of a meditation. But when I will be old, when I will retire, then I will do my meditation. But when you become old, you don't have this strength, this power, this willpower to do anything really. Unless you have been cultivating all your life these good habits. If you pretend that when you become old, you pick up all these good habits and you become the master of yourself, that's a dream. I've seen so many people, as far as they had difficulties in their life, maybe a relation in which the partner was against what they were doing, they were really, you know, steadfast in their practice and in their convictions. Once this ended and they became comfortable, they forgot everything. They gave up everything. So don't think that difficulties are the problem. No, they're not the problem. Maybe they stimulate you to do what you want to do. And once you don't have that problem anymore, you just relax and don't do anything anymore. Because that's how stupid we are. So the Shabad, says then Kabir, proclaims with a loud voice, have the company of the saints. Worships and adore the Master, then car will bow down in front of you. So by ourselves we are able to do how much? Nothing. Or very few. You know, there are so many people who say, I don't need a master, I do it by myself. Boosting up, you know. Again, ego trip. So just the sentence, I do it by myself, it shows that you are nowhere. You don't even understood that humility is the first step. And that you need a teacher, just the way you need a teacher for everything. So in the spiritual field, we need a teacher even so much more. Because we don't know anything about this field. So Maulana Rumi used to say, don't take this journey without a guide, because you will get lost. Or you will not even get lost. You will not even start off. So in my case, when I had my spiritual awakening in 1972, Then what I began thinking, I didn't think, okay, now I teach everybody how to get this experience. So many people do like this. They have a spiritual awakening and they pretend to become the gurus. But I thought how to become a disciple, how to find a master who would allow me, help me to reproduce that experience more and more in my life. So I went to India. I looked for a master. And my quest was sincere, was true. So it was honored and blessed by the Supreme Power. And I met this great man called Sankirpal Singh. So he really helped me to get back that inner connection, that very powerful inner connection. Develop it, make it grow, and become the dominating factor of my life. So it's very true what Kabir says here. The Shabad means the divine power proclaims with a loud voice, have the company of the saints. Don't be foolish. Don't think you will do it by yourself. You will not succeed. I've seen also so many people, followers of Master Kirpal, that when he left the body, they decided not to associate with anybody, to keep going by themselves. They just got lost. They got nowhere. And the same thing with Sanji also. This is what I've seen. Those who thought it's enough myself for myself, they are nowhere to be seen. So we always need the blessing, the example, the wisdom, the goodness of a master. And if you find somebody with whom we feel deeply connected and with whom we feel this spontaneous love and we feel at home, that's such a great luck. And once this is given to us, we have to use it, because what's given to us is not to be left aside, it's to be used. So we have to organize our lives so that as far as the Master is on earth, we spend time with him, we meditate with him, and try to progress as much as we can. Try to improve as much as we can. Because as I said, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So we take advantage of what's given to us right now. And the song ends by Kabir telling his beloved disciple, the Ram Das, listen to my words, obey, follow, and come, follow me into the divine kingdom. So Dharam Das was the devoted disciple of Kabir Sahib. He gave his life for his master, really. Sanji used to tell beautiful stories about Dharam Das. He was a very rich man. And one time he had a vision of Kabir. So after this he organized, and then Kabir, this vision disappeared, of course. So he organized so many religious festivals in order to track, because in India when you organize these festivals, so many sadhus and holy people go. So he organized so many of them, and he spent all his money in organizing these things, hoping that this holy man that he saw would come and join these festivities, these festivals which he was organizing. But Kabir never went. So eventually, when he finished all his money, then Kabir appeared again to him. And then he gave him initiation, and very quick he progressed very much. And then he became his successor. So Sanjay used to say, we are very lucky if we meet a real, selfless master. But a master is also very lucky if he meets a real good disciple. Because otherwise, where is he going to put all this treasure that he has gathered in his life? Everyone who has a treasure, he wants to give it to somebody. And masters also, they have so much spiritual treasure, and they would like some people to be worthy of it. Worthy not because they're their ego, because they pretend, they think they are special. No, because their life is special. What they do is special. So we are all good at boosting up ourselves and thinking we are special. But it's not our pretense that makes us special people. It is the way we live our life that makes us special people. So this song is a very, let's say, I would say a very complete song that really, in few sentences, tells us everything about the path, what is really important about life. So I hope this satsang was inspiring for you. I hope it told you something inspiring, encouraging, something that by which you say, oh yes, from now on I will act this way. So thank you for listening. Thanks to Kabir for this beautiful song, and to the masters for inspiring this.